Hello friends, welcome to engineering tutorial. So we'll continue our discussion related to sensors and transducers, and we'll continue with torque measurement. So far we have discussed torsion bar and torsion bar combined with strain gauge. In this video we are going to discuss about another method of measurement of torque, which is with the help of flat spiral spring setup. Okay, so first we know that torque basically is the turning effect of a force, and it is given as the product of the perpendicular force acting at a point and the distance, the perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation t, which is equal to Fr. Okay, now what this method, the flat spiral spring, basically is that very simple. It consists of a spiral spring, okay, whose one end is connected to a fixed point. The innermost turn, the innermost end is connected to this fixed point, which is called as the spindle, and this outer end is free. Okay, inner end is fixed, outer end is free. When any rotating force or turning force is to be measured, this free end, it is connected to that point. Okay, both the extreme ends of the spiral spring are connected to a strip, a metallic strip, for stability, which has a certain width and thickness. So this free end is subjected to that turning force. Here there are certain things that are very important. First, the point of application of the force, and with respect to that point, the perpendicular distance from the spindle, capital R. Okay, this distance, point of application of force here, and the perpendicular distance from the center spindle where the fixed point is connected. It is very important. So when this turning force it is subjected to, the free end undergoes a turn by a certain angle phi. Okay, this free end, it undergoes a turn by a certain angle phi. Along with it, this metal strip also bends, it also rotates. That is not the question here, that is not the problem here. We are concerned with this turning or this movement of this free end of the spring because of the force. Here the important thing is that if we could somehow establish a relationship between this turning angle phi and the torque which is produced, which is the product of this force and the perpendicular distance capital R, then we can figure out a way that we can get a direct readout in terms of that torque. So here such a relationship is given by this, where the angle of rotation phi of the free end of the spiral spring, it is directly related to the torque, and is given by this mathematical formula, where the angle of rotation phi is equal to 12 pi capital T capital R small n divided by E W T cube. So here what do these notations mean? Capital T, most importantly, is the torque, which is the product of this force which is applied to the free end here and the perpendicular distance capital R. This torque is equal to F multiplied with R. Simple, F into R, capital F into capital R. Simple, which we know here. Okay, force multiplied with perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. Here the perpendicular distance from this axis of rotation, which is the spindle, is capital R. This is the force, capital F. torque is Fr. Next is small n. Small is the number of turns of this spiral spring. Number of turns of this spiral spring, that is small n. E is the Young's modulus of rigidity for this flat spiral spring material, the material from which it is created. Now, various types of flat spiral springs are available. Mostly they are made of metals, or any other kind of metallic material is also used. So depending on that, the capital E value will change and will be mentioned in the specification sheet. W is the width of this metallic strip to which this flat spiral spring is connected for stability, and T is the thickness of that strip. So this is the relationship between the angle of rotation and the torque which we want to measure, the product of force and this perpendicular distance. Now this movement here, for proper getting an output, electrical output, what can be done is that we can connect this free end to any other secondary transducer. It can be a potentiometric transducer setup. It can be a capacitive transducer where we connect this movable end to one of the plates of the capacitor, which can undergo to and fro movement or lateral movement that will lead to a change in capacitance. Then it can be converted to suitable voltage or current signal through AC bridges. In case of potentiometer, the potentiometer wiper, potentiometer wiper can be connected to this free end. In case of this rotatory potentiometer, circular potentiometer, that will be appropriate because here there is rotatory movement. So if we use a rotatory potentiometer, that will be very applicable here. Or we can connect it to inductive transducer, or LVDT can also be connected. So any other secondary transducer can be used to convert it into a suitable voltage or current signal, and then further signal conditioning, amplification, filtering, then noise removal, linearization, different other things can be performed, analog to digital conversion, sampling, quantization, encoding. It can all be done to give us a proper digital readout, which is done mostly where we get a direct digital readout which gives us the value of the torque. So it is calibrated, all which is done as per this relationship between the angle of rotation phi and this value, capital T, torque. So as per that, the calibration is done and we get a proper digital readout. So this is the basic principle of torque measurement with the help of flat spiral spring, and this is the mathematical relationship which governs the whole operation. Okay, so I hope you like this video, and please subscribe my channel Engineering Tutorial for more such videos related to engineering, science and technology. Have a great day. Thank you very much.